The Kittila mine. Responsible and safe operation. The Kittila mine, which is located in Finnish Lapland, is a modern high-tech gold mine. Mining started in 2008, and today the mine is the largest operating gold mine in Europe. At the Kittila mine, the focus is on safe production that uses responsible processes and procedures to manage safety and the environment. The company believes in sustainable mining and works hard to preserve and protect the natural environment by pursuing continuous improvement in its environmental performance. The mine personnel strive to minimize the impact on the surrounding nature and the community. In-house procedures are rigorously followed in order to ensure that all rules and regulations from the environmental permitting agencies are met. Exploration geologists at the mine use geological mapping, diamond drilling, soil sampling, and geophysical surveys to outline the location, quantity, and quality of the gold ore. The deposit is hosted within a 25-kilometer long prospective structure, and it is open for expansion. Thus, exploration drilling continues. Currently, there are 11 diamond drills working at the mine site. Ore processing at Kittila is very challenging and complex because of the refractory nature of the ore. The gold occurs in microscopic grains which are locked inside sulfide minerals. It's impossible to see the gold with the naked eye. Due to the complex ore, cyanide leaching is the only feasible method to extract the gold once the ore has been concentrated in the mill. Mining at the Kittila mine started from an open pit and will gradually move underground from 2010 to 2013. The mine produces about 5,000 kilograms of gold annually. The Kittila deposit is one of the largest known gold deposits in Europe and is expected to be in production for at least 20 years. The gold ore is mined selectively in the open pit and then concentrated in the processing plant. The final stage in the processing chain is to smelt the gold into doré bars. This is done on site in a modern processing plant, utilizing the best available techniques. Ore is hauled from the mine by 90-ton trucks, then crushed and conveyed to the ore bin. The ore is ground into a powder in a semi-autogenous grinding mill. During flotation, gold-bearing sulfide minerals are concentrated so that the gold content is increased to about 10 times that of the ore. In the second stage of the process, the sulfide concentrate is treated by pressure oxidation in an autoclave. The concentrate is oxidized in the autoclave using high pressure and high temperature, so that the gold is released from the sulfide minerals. The gold-rich sludge, which exits the autoclave, is treated using a cyanide leaching process, which causes the gold to go into solution. At the last stage of the process, gold is recovered from this solution in an electrowinning circuit and then melted into doré bars containing 92 to 95% gold. The doré bars are shipped elsewhere to be refined into gold bullion, which can then be sold. About 1 million tons of ore is treated annually in the mill. The tailings management facility consists of two types of tailings ponds, which are lined with a waterproof bitumen liner. The slurry pumped into the tailings area contains about 70% water and 30% solids. The first tailings pond is the neutralizing pond. This pond contains waste material and water from the flotation process or the first stage of ore processing, where it has not come into contact with cyanide. After the solids settle in the neutralizing pond, the water is very clean and clear. Some of this pond water is pumped back to the mill to be reused in the process, while a portion of the water, after testing, is pumped to an infiltration field and gradually works its way to the nearby Seurujoki River. The second pond is used to hold waste sludge and process water from the carbon in-leach circuit or the second stage of the ore processing. This pond is called the CIL pond. The process water from the second stage passes through a cyanide destruction unit before it is pumped to the CIL pond. Rigorous sampling of the water is done to make sure the cyanide content is below permitted levels or even below detection levels. The water from the CIL pond is pumped back to the mill to be used again in the process. This is a closed circuit, and the water is never released into the environment from this pond. At the Kittila mine, all available safety measures are utilized when dealing with hazardous situations. Leaching with sodium cyanide, known as cyanidation, is proven technology and is the preferred leaching method in gold processing. After leaching, the processed water containing cyanide is detoxified using the best available technique. The process is carefully managed, and the cyanide content in processed waters pumped from the mill building is rigorously measured to make sure it stays below the permitted limits. The employees and the environment are never compromised or endangered. The cyanide leaching process and the cyanide destruction technique used at the Kittila mine are very safe and comply fully with all EU legislation. According to the latest EU legislation, all new gold mines are required to use similar detoxification units in cyanide leaching. The Kittila mine has made large investments in its environmental protection programs. The 50-hectare tailings management facility area has been lined with a waterproof bitumen seal. Also, a new larger tailings area is under construction. The safety of the tailings areas is supervised by the Safety Technology Authority of Finland. The Kittila mine is owned by Agnico-Eagle Mines Limited, a Canadian-based gold producer. The company has more than a half-century of mining experience and uses cyanide leaching in ore processing at all of its 6 mines in Canada, Mexico, and Finland. Thanks to its extensive track record of operating mines and experience in the Canadian mining business, Agnico-Eagle has the expertise and experience to ensure that the Kittila mine operates in a safe, environmentally proactive and modern way. The company systematically monitors all its operations, emissions, and any potential impacts in a comprehensive way. The fish population in the nearby Seurujoki River is regularly augmented by supplementing the stocks in cooperation with the local fishing association. Agnico-Eagle is committed to cost-conscious, safe, and responsible mining. The company strives to maintain and create a safe environment for both employees and the whole operating area. From exploration to mining, Agnico-Eagle works hard to preserve and protect the natural environment by implementing sound environmental management systems and processes in all its activities, and by pursuing continuous improvement in its environmental performance. The Kittila mine is a vital and growing part of Lapland's economic development. The mine employs over 500 skilled people. Its positive impact on the economic life of the neighboring areas and on Lapland as a whole is significant and will continue to grow as the mine life extends with the addition of further resources.